Hey everybody, quick story. So a couple months ago, I got sick. I got really sick. I recently moved to the Bronx, and there was a big scare of Legionnaire's disease, and I was showing symptoms of it. It was a upper respiratory infection. Joints felt like a rusty gate. Bad fever, like real bad fever. Didn't start to come down with it until like the fifth, sixth day into the whole thing. Now, while I was sick, I tried for as many days as I could. Wound up to be about 6 or 7 days that I was able to do 5 to 10 whole eggs cooked in heaps of coconut oil. Eventually, I just couldn't tolerate hardly any food, so I was just like drinking water and whatever I kind of felt like eating, be it pot roast, stewed meat, whatever. I would just get it in. I seared up some tiny flat iron steaks a couple of times, but yeah, I kept it generally low carb because I just didn't want to deal with any sort of food. If I was going to take it in, I wanted to get protein and fats in. Anyways, so when I got better, I stuck to prioritizing meat and eggs as my food intake with the cachet of this: getting my fat requirements in before 5 p.m., switching to leaner protein sources for the rest of the day, and meeting my protein requirements by 10 p.m. Now, I don't get home from work until between 11:30 and p.m. and 1:30 in the morning. What does this mean? This means that right as I get home, I'm ready for bed. So I can strategically ramrod a bunch of carbs right before I go to sleep, and that'll be a good time to be carb backloading. And I would do this even on days before a rest day, even on days of rest day from the gym, and then worked out fine. That's it. Body's become pretty efficient with carbohydrate use, carbohydrate uptake. I was getting in a good amount of carbs from a pile of sweet potatoes or beets in a bowl. Sweet potatoes with lots of honey or maple syrup, or beets with a nice sugary balsamic reduction, and maybe a little bit of goat cheese and some herbs. No olive oil on the beets, no butter in the sweet potato. We're not mixing fats and carbs. Trying to isolate that nutrient there and capitalize on the insulin spikes. In addition to, I've mentioned this in a video previously, but if you're lucky enough to be able to find jelly candies of some sort that are an imported source using glycogen syrup, they're not using the chemically synthesized junk of high fructose syrup. Go ahead and use that as a food supplement. It's a good way of dosing out your carbs and getting some high glycemic carbs in, so that your muscles can vacuum up exactly what it is they want to transfer carbs to, which is glucose, and use it. What were my results from eating carbs the night before a rest day, the nights of a rest day, and pretty much being a little bit haphazard with the volumes of carbs I was taking in? Lean mass. My muscles filled back up. Strength came back. Recovery from workouts. Everything is going exactly as I want to. So I'm pretty happy with that. I may even include a photo of how I looked just like a week ago. I was surprised. It was like 6 o'clock at night, so your water table isn't really favorable for having your abs looking okay. And I actually looked okay. Again, I'm not shredded, not completely peeled. It is winter. I'm not concerned about that stuff. But what I am impressed by is that I can drop 20 pounds over the course of 2 weeks of being sick and starving, and then come back really quick by using carbs rationally and strategically in a low carb, high fat, dominant lifestyle. So that's quick story time, and hopefully this video is not getting too long. Like and subscribe, leave comments, and let me know how you're doing. Thanks for sticking around. All right, bye.